I just want to talk to you real quick. My name is Leon. I'm 56 years old and I have mommy issues. I will always have mommy issues. And a lot of you say, oh my God, you're too old to have mommy issues. A man is never too old to have mommy issues. If you're dating someone and you want to know a lot about him or how he plans to treat you, ask him about his mother. There was no one in my life that ever asked me about my mother. I didn't want to talk about my mother. I was afraid. Sometimes I was just ashamed to talk about my mother. So not one woman that I ever dated or my ex-wife that I married, no one really asked me about my mother. Mommy issues are not like, oh, he's a simp, he's weak, he's stupid, he can't understand women, he doesn't like women. Those are not mommy issues. It's not like he can't date, he can't cook, he can't caress me, he can't hold me, he can't hug me. Those are not mommy issues. Those are issues, but men can get over that. They can learn. A lot of men that are like me or that were like me, what we would do is delve more into our physical attributes, our sexual prowess, things like that. And so we would skip over the things that we needed to do for our women. I know I did, and I would skip over the things I needed to do for my women, my ex-wife, and even my daughter. And so mommy issues is like, for me, it was like I miss my mom, It was at age 11, we lost our house. My parents were getting divorced. I was coming home from the 6th grade graduation. And as I came home, I looked down the street. I could see something in the front of our house. And so the closer I got to our home, I realized it was our furniture. So that morning before I left for school, I didn't know that I would never go back into the house ever again. Coming home to an empty house, coming home to my brother and sister, my mother out in front of the house with buggies full of clothes, the iron, small things, hangers. That we were taken to another home, a home that I didn't even know where I was going to. And so that was the last day that I was in that house that morning when I left. My father had already gone. My parents' divorce was in full swing, so he was forced to move out. And so I came home to an empty house. I came home to a house that I couldn't go to anymore. Came home to a house that had a big red letter on the front that said eviction notice. This was in 1977, 78. And so from there, I was forced or sent to live with a lady that I did not know. It was my mother's friend. So from age 11 on, I had mommy issues. I missed my mother. She did the best that she could. My mother was a very great woman, a very strong woman. Because of my mother, I knew how to swim. Because of my mother, I played baseball. I played football. Because of my mother, I was a Boy Scout, a Cub Scout. Because of my mother, I knew how to enjoy birthday parties, Halloween parties, Christmas. I had mommy issues because I missed my mother. I lost my mother 3 times during my 32-year naval career. When we moved out of our house at 11, I was sent to live with somebody else. When she started getting high, smoking crack in 1985, and then when she died in 2012. When I was sent to live with another lady, my mother ultimately got my sister and I back. I was probably 12 or 13 years old. So a lot of my issues started well before that, but it was really cemented in my life, in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, in my spirit. When I was 11, I felt discarded. And a lot of things I did throughout my life as far as relationships and my marriage stems from my childhood, the discard. When I was sent to live with another lady that I didn't know, I became quiet, the silent treatment. I was afraid to connect with women, so I started ghosting later on in life. And people wonder where the narcissism starts in your childhood, I believe, for me, neglect and abuse. And I didn't know these things, that I didn't realize that I was neglected or abused until I was 47 in therapy. That's 47 in therapy. That's why a lot of men